Oh, hello. Happy Tuesday. This is when the video will be coming out. Um, so today I just want to talk about, I know I've gone through in some of the videos like an introduction to me and talked about like my business plan and everything, but now I really want to get stuck into like more content writing and tips on content writing to kind of help you shape your own content, or to think about where you can go with your business or with your personal brand in terms of developing a range of different types of content. Obviously, I'm all for the written form, so whether that's blog posts or stuff that you put on your Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So I am very much for the written form of content. But pretty much whether you are a new business or an existing business, most of you have probably heard about the rise in content, the rise in blogs and the rise in video, and pretty much to have an online presence, you really need to be producing content. So I just want to go through 6 of the reasons why you need to start writing content. Pretty much to understand the forms of content, it's anything from blogs on how-tos, blogs on your business, around your business structures, just informing people on your brand, what you do, what you can provide, and also, put a bit of personal spin on it. I think that's really important, and that's what sets you above from everyone else. So always just, constantly providing content so that people can really resonate with your brand, and making it easy to digest so people can, read it on their phones, or because obviously mobile is huge. So you want to make sure, if you are writing long form content, you're breaking it up and you're making it really easy to digest. So one of the number one reasons why we are producing content is it draws traffic to your business. So, you want people seeing your business. You want to be different from your competitors, and that's one of the most challenging things when it comes to starting a business is, why am I different and why should you come to me? What makes me unique? What makes my brand unique? And I think that's a great way of how we can discuss with our customers, clients, and audience how we are unique. And that is through blogs, that is through video, that is through your social pages. But blogs are huge because it allows you to really open up in terms of what you can provide and what you can do. Obviously, you can do it in video, but I think sometimes writing content, you can add things to it. I'm doing this video right now. I'll probably watch it back and go, look at all the things I could have added. And I know you'll do that along the way with looking at your content after a couple of months or anything like that, but you can always keep developing on it. And also, I think, before you publish, you're always refining it, whereas with a video, then you've got to refilm. At least with content, you can add as much as you can into that one article without it being dull or boring, and you really get to show your personality a little bit through your blogs. And pretty much, if you're producing content, you're a resource for people, and people are going to see that you're a resource and they're going to come to you for answers. It's always going to drive traffic towards your business when you're creating content. Another one is it allows direct connection between you, your brand, and your target audience, or anyone looking to purchase your products or your services. It just allows you to talk to your customers directly. It allows you to open up and engage with them so that they can see you as a competitor, as a brand that they really want to work with, as opposed to your competitors. So it just allows you that direct communication with your customers and your target audience. You can be asking questions, you can be getting feedback, and we're on our phones so often. We're not going to video a brand or talk to a brand. We're going to talk to a brand through the written form of communication. So if you have blogs, if you're producing content on your socials, people are always going to be looking to you for information, and they're also going to be connecting with you guys and asking questions and getting answers, and developing more of a relationship. It also helps turn your readers into customers. So if you're producing a blog series on things to do with your business, like with my blog, I'm always creating content around writing and around how-tos and things to do with writing and developing content. So it's allowing me to show my customers and my potential clients that I know what I'm talking about, and it shows that you can help them and provide them with the services that they need. If you're answering their questions, if you're through your content, if you're always providing a source for them to go to for answers, you're going to look like a brand that knows what you're talking about, and opportunities will just spring from there. Number 4 is it helps build a community filled with loyal customers. So once people are reading your content and they're part of your client base, they're going to become frequent and loyal. You're providing, free content. You might be providing tips and hacks and information through your long form content, and that will show your customers that not only do you know what you're talking about, but it'll make them appreciate the work that you do, and it'll just make your business seem more beneficial to them. And once you provide enough valued content, you'll start building a following and an online community where people love your brand, they love hearing what you're doing and seeing what you're doing, and they can potentially become advocates for your brand. Number 5 is the benefits through search engine optimization, or SEO. So that's how you're seen in search engines when people are trying to search for something similar to your brand. How you're going to rank in producing content shows that you're relevant, shows that you're not a brand that is maybe not still in business. You're always producing content on your page. So it'll rank you a lot higher in Google, especially if you're adding those keywords into your blog posts. If you're being recognized by those search engines through your keywords, you're going to come up on Google as one of the number 1 choices when people are searching things like content writers, or you might have a business in SEO marketing, and if you're providing blogs on SEO related content using those keywords, there's a more chance that you're going to rank higher in Google. And pretty much Google will know your brand through your content, and they love content because as a business, if you're providing content, you're providing value to your customers, and Google like providing value in their searching. So if you're continually providing that value, Google are going to see you as a preferred website to display on their search engine, or not just Google, any form of search engine. And number 6, the last one, is it shows that you are a leader in your industry. You know what you're talking about. You're willing to provide information for your customers. You're willing to share your knowledge and be relevant and be, that brand that people will turn to when they need a service like yours. You are going to supply, you're the subject matter expert. So essentially, you provide them with the information. You look like you're an expert in what you do. And that's through your blogs, that's through your social media, and you're going to be a leading brand if you are producing content to help your customers seek what they're after. And that's where your sales are going to skyrocket, is from you being that leader in that industry and you being confident with what you can do. Like, you are in that business for a reason. You're providing that content for a reason. So essentially, you need to show that through your content, through the information that you're providing. So pretty much, if you are producing content online, you want to be recognized as a brand that people are going to relate to and people are going to want to buy from. So pretty much what you can take away from this is think about your content strategy plan. What are you putting into place to show your potential customers, your target audience, what you are doing and why you should be the business that they choose to deal with when they're looking for products and they're looking for services. What can you offer them? And that's what you need to display in your content. So, as a content writer and as a writing coach, I can provide you with tips and tricks on how to develop your writing, but also to show you why writing is so important. And in hindsight from that is developing the content for you so that you can, show your target audience, why you are the best. So you need to think about what kind of content you could be producing, and that's through a content strategy, content planning. A lot of businesses don't understand how important content is, and being consistent with that content, not producing blogs every 6 months or every couple of months, pick a time frame that suits you, whether it's fortnightly in abundance with your other content. For instance, with me, I will do a YouTube video every 2 weeks and coincide with a blog every 2 weeks, as well as showing up live, once a week, producing content on my socials every day. It's just to make sure that I'm providing my target audience with the messages that they need to educate them on why content is so important. So have a think about it. What can you provide your customers to provide them the exact resources they need to target their pain points. If it's writing is their pain points, I'm trying to educate them with ways that they can develop their voice and develop their writing and stand out as a content producer. So it's all about thinking about what you can provide your audience to ensure that they are provided with the best tools that they need to harness their best abilities, but also, be satisfied with the type of material that you are producing. So yeah, my tip would be sit down, plan out your content. If you need help with your content, please message me. I'm developing with my business. I'm helping people develop their content strategies, their content planning. So if you need help, sometimes thinking of ideas on what to produce with content can be really hard. So I can help you with the tools that you need to be able to provide the content for your target audience, whether that's helping you develop your own voice or whether that's actually providing the content for you. So message me if you need any help with that. Drop a comment below. Tell me why you're not producing content. Look at your competitors. I'm sure there's a blog for their website. If there's not, why are you not creating it? You should be harnessing on the fact that your competitors aren't educating your customers, because there's a hole in that market and you should fill it. But I think, content is what we look for when we're searching online. Whether we have a pain point, we're looking for answers. If you think about how many times you ask Google for, what are the best HIIT programs I can do to burn fat quickly. You just need to be providing your target audience with the information that they need. Just think about the things that you Google on a daily basis. People are always asking you how to do things. People are always, looking for answers. And as, the brand that has the answers towards that certain topic, you really need to be harnessing on that. And I cannot stress enough to you guys how important it is to be educating your target audience, because that just develops that level of engagement and creates a form of two-way engagement between both yourself and your customers. If they can see that you're providing the answers that they need, they're going to be asking questions. They're going to be saying, what can I do to really benefit from this? And you can provide the answers and essentially the services for them, which is creating new clients. And I think in terms of existing clients, you're continually educating them and continually showing them why you're the best in the industry, or where they can come to you for the information they need on their concerns or their questions, and you might have that on your website and they don't need to go anywhere else, and then they look to you as that subject matter expert, and they're always coming back to you. So you need to think about how you can get people coming back to you for answers, and that's providing really, really quality content. Like I said, if you want to talk more about content, please drop a comment below. I'd love to talk to you about, other benefits from content. If you're really not sure on how your business can benefit from content, you might think, my topic's too niche. I don't know how I'm going to be able to provide content or continuous content. Please chat to me. One of my benefits is that I can look at a certain topic and provide multiple different elements and different content suggestions for you. I can help you with a content plan, a content strategy. If you feel really overwhelmed by content, please message me. I'm more than happy to help you and make you feel a little bit less overwhelmed by it all. So let me know what you think, if this is the type of content that you want to hear from me. I've got a range of different writing aspects that I can talk about to you to really educate you on providing content, writing your own content, or what kind of things that you can do to really benefit from the content that you're producing. And that even goes if you're a blogger, if you are an influencer and you want to really develop your content, develop a blog, please talk to me. I have a lot of blogging experience and I can help you really harness on that. So that's all I really want to talk about in terms of content. But I also just want to share with you what's been happening with me in the last fortnight. So I have just invested in a business coach when I get back from Europe. Her name is Ruby Lee. I will put her link in the show notes to her business, but essentially she helps side hustlers go from their making, from their 9 to 5 job to making their side hustle their full-time hustle. And she is just such a breath of fresh air. I absolutely cannot wait to work with her. And that's where the inspiration led to me becoming a writing coach, was from her. She helps coach side hustlers. And from there, I thought, I love talking. I love building relationships with people. That is like one of the things I really love to do as an extroverted person. So I really want to help people develop their content, because sometimes, people want to write themselves. They don't want to look for someone to write because they know the information and they know how they want it to present it. They're just not sure where to start. So that's why I tapped into writing coaching. And I feel like there's probably a bit of a gap there. We do, courses, and we have degrees in writing, but if you're a business owner, you're not going to do a whole degree in writing. You just want someone that's going to be able to provide you with the tips and tricks on how to become a writer. And I'm more than happy to help you guys. So please also message me about that if you have any questions. But I think, one of the turning points in my writing coach and being a writing coach, and I just want to share this with you, is I bought this journal from Kiki K last weekend. It's got my initials on it. Yes, I'm one of those. Anyway, I was in KKK and I was talking to the shop assistant, and she was just asking me like, what do you do? What's your business? And I was telling her about writing coaching and writing for other people. And she was like, that sounds awesome. Like, I'm just not really sure what I want to do at the moment. I'm thinking about whether I should do a business and marketing degree. She said, oh, what did you do at uni? And I said to her, I did public relations and journalism. And she's like, oh, that's awesome. Do you think business and marketing degree is worth it? And I said, 100%. Business, I would love to have done a business degree, because then I would be a lot more educated in, how to run a business, because they're, some of the things that I've engaged in Ruby with, because I know my art form and I know how to write, and I know, kind of how I want to teach people how to write, but it's just that whole business structure that's really like, that business plan and all that. It's just, something that I'm not great at, and having a business degree would have been awesome. And she said to me, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, like, I completely agree. And I said to her, look, if that's something you're really passionate about, just do it, because at the end of the day, you'll know if it's not meant for you. And if it's not, the worst thing in the world is that you don't finish it. And to me, that's not really a bad thing. I said, sometimes you just need to go after what you have first originally thought you wanted to do, and if you love it enough, you will pursue it. And she said, oh my God, you have actually made my day. And like, that was just so amazing. And I said to her, I think you have made my day too, because not only have you sold me this awesome planner, but it just made me, realize that I can probably do this. I can actually help people and coach them. Like, I have so much information that I've learned on mindset, and I think communication as my role at work, I'm really good at communicating, and it was just like one of those light bulb moments, and I was so grateful. And last weekend, after I booked Ruby, although it's a bit of money, it's an investment I'm willing to take. And like I said to the shop assistant at KKK, the worst thing in the world is not that bad. And I know the worst thing in the world from whatever I do with Ruby is actually going to be amazing anyway, because I just love her so much. She's just so great. And it just made my day, just like booking Ruby, talking to the girl in KKK, and I just have this week have had just such a clear headspace. And I think some of it is to do a little bit with my health, which, if you want to learn more on that, I'm going to have a podcast come out on Wednesday about a little bit of a health update for me. It's called How Do You Solve a Problem Like Mariah? So if you do want to listen to that, you can hear about how a change in my health has made such an impact on my mindset. But also I talk about The Miracle Equation, which is a book I've just read by Hal Elrod, and it's about creating miracles from unwavering faith and extraordinary effort. So 2 things in your life you need to do to create miracles. I'm really excited to talk about it in my podcast, so tune in for that. But just an update from me, I'm just buzzing. Like, honestly, I'm so grateful for the connections I've made in this last month or month and a half that I've been doing this business. And I just love talking about writing. I love talking about content. It just absolutely lights me up so much. You have no idea. I've always been a writer, but I've also always been someone that loves talking. As you can imagine, I could legit talk underwater. And I really love talking about things I'm passionate about. So talking about mindset and talking about writing content and developing writing. And I know writing all comes from your mindset, because it's like running. When we think about content, we're like, oh, writing, I can't do it. Just like running. But once you start doing it, you're so passionate, you get so lost. And that's what happens in running. Once you do it, you feel amazing, but it's just building up to doing it. And that's what happens when we write content. And I know I can get you passionate about writing, I tell you, because every time I write one of these blogs or I write for a client, it's so fascinating to me how you can go from nothing to a story and taking someone on a journey and educating someone from the power of your own words. And that is why content is so important, because you just can really change someone's opinion on something through your writing. You can change someone's mindset. You can, like, the power of writing has so much in it that you can, digest and unpack. One book can actually change your life. The Miracle Morning changed my life. It turned me into I was always a morning person, but not like overly a morning person, to getting at 4:30 a.m. every day, just so I can practice, my mindset. I can develop myself. I can work on my business. I can journal my thoughts and my progression. I can meditate. I get up an hour early because a book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod, told me that I can do it. And that's through someone's written words, like someone that's actually just written that from their own mind onto paper. And you're reading it and it's completely changed your whole life. Like, you can change someone's life through your writing. You can change someone's life through your content and what you can provide people. Your product might be something so small, but you just really don't understand how much impact it can have on someone's life. And if you can communicate that through your blogs and your content, your Instagram, your videos, like, you can actually change your whole business from one piece of content. No, picture of your product or picture of you can have as much impact on than writing content. Like, I know a picture tells 1,000 words, I get that. But sometimes things need describing. You need to take your clients on a journey through your business and your content, because if you're relatable, people are going to just come back to you all the time to look for you, because you're being real. You're being authentically you and your brand, what your brand stands for. You've got personality, and you would rather half the amount of people really engaging in your content than millions of people just liking your post or knowing who you are. You'd rather people really engage with you, and you can actually change someone's life through that. And you probably don't really understand it right now, so message me and I can tell you how your business could change someone's life. I get so passionate about other people's businesses because I can see the value in it and I can help them develop that content around it. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I have to do a podcast recording as well, and there's going to be a lot of talking. So anyway, just connect with me and have a chat with me. I'll go on a phone call with you guys, have a chat about what we can do for you, or what I can do for you, or what you can do for you. Even if you just want to have a chat about content or you want a business connection, I legit just love meeting new people. I have 3 or 4 calls scheduled this week just with people from social media, just because I really like, making friends all over the world. So you've always got someone to talk to. If you've got a certain problem, there's going to always be someone there to help you. And I can be your content guru because content is king. So if you want me to be your content queen, I can 100% do that for you. Okay, have a really great week.